to the computer. Awesome, we are recording. Hey everybody, I'm Jill Bunny and we've got Allison here. Super excited to dive into a fitness competition interview. I've had the pleasure of working with Allison for 3 years now. We've got you married, we've competed.
Yep.
I'm a personal trainer. We're competing again, and now we're dealing with this postponement of a show. And honestly, you have held every single thing with grace. And it's such an inspiration, which is why we're here. And I just wanted to share your story and how you were going through this competition postponement because you've been working for a whole year for this date. So I'm proud of everything that you're doing. And I think that you can help a lot of people listening in. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit, I know your story, but share with me a little bit about yourself.
What's there to tell? I used to be an overweight person when I was a younger kid due to my poor choices of like eating in general. I've been divorced. I'm now married for the second time, happily married.
You know, we the first one's just a trial, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I started getting a little into fitness. Didn't really care for it. And then once I started to get really overweight, I was like 160, I think at my heaviest. I think it was like my turning point was I was actually in Subway and some woman that I knew actually thought that I was pregnant. And I wasn't. I just put on a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like my turning point. Like, yeah, you got to get yourself into the gym. It was like my marriage was going down the shitter and like I put on all this weight and yeah, I just wanted to get healthy. And so I did lose some weight. I got a different job. I then asked some girl at work, I said, I want to get shredded for my another wedding, like my second wedding. And she mentioned Julie Baker. So thanks to Julie. If I didn't have Julie, I'd find Jill. So then, yeah, Jill got me in for shredded for my wedding and we competed together and came in second and I guess the rest is history.
It's been a great road. And then, so this past year, a lot of people that compete, I will say I'm so proud of you and how you took the approach where you hear people doing burnout and going, 10, 12 shows in the span of 2 years. You did one show and you said, I'm stopping. I'm going to come back on stage completely with a different look. And it's now 2 years, I think now, right, to date,
Yeah.
which, you've taken that time. You didn't, stop, pushed harder. You ate clean, and so the past year and a half you've been really pushing for the show. So what's kind of changed in your life right now that you're going through?
Definitely my mindset has definitely changed. That's for sure. Like when I was told my show got postponed, I'm not gonna lie, I broke down in tears. I just spent like 6 weeks in prep and I was just like, for fuck's sakes. I had probably like a good 10 minutes of just like sadness and like crying. And I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. Shit happens. So I'm now got more food in me. So that's a plus. And just training hard and just working and focusing on what I can control.
Yeah, that's
And
amazing.
like actually like not like destroying myself. Like I used to go into the gym with such a bad mental state. Like I want to hurt myself, but in the gym sense, if this makes sense, like going in the gym and actually just like wanting to kill, like just like so much anger and frustration and you want to take it out at the gym. But now I actually like, I'm more kind to myself. I go to the gym, I still work hard, but I'm not doing it to get out my frustrations, I guess.
And you've had some health stuff too that you've had to battle, that we've kind of had to work around with inflammation and not knowing if it's an autoimmune disease and stuff like that, and some injuries. And
Yeah.
how have you changed your training? Because obviously you did say that you're not pushing as hard, and that was something that we had to
Well,
work a year to get to where you are now to accept that. And how were you able to do so?
really modifying everything. Like there's still a lot of things I can't do, which is frustrating. I really got to be creative and think outside the box. Like I've torn a ligament in my ankle. Like it's still, I bet you that was 9 months ago and I still have issues still today. So even with my ankle brace and my knee brace, I still make it happen. I don't do a lot of jumping anymore. I really be creative, think outside the box, and
Mhm.
be happy that I have what I have, and just slow down a bit.
And you're doing more meditation, I heard as well?
Yeah. And it's funny. I used to kind of make fun of people that do meditation. I'm like, who would do that? But now I've started and actually like digging through, like going through like abuse that I've had in the past, and like mental and trauma, and going through like sexual abuse, and just like all like the like going through layers and layers. And I've had quite a lot of meditations where I'm in tears, and like, and I actually feel a lot better. I don't feel as like a go go go. My anxiety's at the ultimate low. It's
Mhm.
meditation is like the key.
And out of such a hard time right now with COVID-19, you're obviously not laid off, but you're not going into work. And with anxiety and all the mental health aspect, you've absolutely soared in this.
Yes.
Yes, and we were talking about that, how anxiety levels are less, and how are you coping? What kind of tips do you have? Obviously, everybody's in a different situation, but anything that you've got in your head that might be able to help somebody else?
Um, just try and find a quiet space. I'm sure that's hard with people with kids, but even if you have like 15 minutes, just go into a quiet spot or a quiet room, even shut off the lights. I actually always close my eyes doing meditation. Like, the less stimulation to your eyes, then you have less, then you're thinking less, your brain has less stimulation. So I
That's
always
great
keep my,
advice.
um, always make sure that you have time for yourself. I know like it's easier said than done, and I know people have kids, and I know that's got to be tough, but always make sure that you got time for yourself.
Beautiful. And I know that we chatted before this how proud we are with picking the CPA. That's obviously the organization that we're competing in because you're Canadian. So anybody that's in America, that's kind of like the NPC of Canada. And we were chatting about their health and safety measures. And you said how proud you were. Do you want to kind of touch on that as well?
Actually, I'm pretty, even though I was really sad that they postponed it, I'm pretty grateful that they did. It's a pretty serious virus. There's a lot of people that are dying from it. So I'm actually grateful in a sense that they canceled or postponed the show till further notice.
Mhm. And what are you doing in your day to day to make sure that you are number one priority?
Washing my hands more than I think humanly possible, sanitizing. I never touched my face to begin with. Um, I always hear people say, "Don't touch your face," but I never used to. Just putting on my makeup is the only time I do touch my face. I think I'm
Mhm.
more of a germ phobe even before this all happened.
And how's your community handling this with your food? So I know that some people watching this are struggling to get some of their meal prep ingredients and stuff like that. Have you had any issues or
Frozen vegetables. I've had to go to a few stores.
to get
Uh,
frozen vegetables?
yeah,
Ah,
I don't eat dairy. Like, I have my egg whites, but they're limiting everything, so you're only allowed 1 or 2 bags per person. So Jason usually comes with me, but yesterday we were out going shopping, and we were told we can't shop together.
oh,
Have to be separate. They're only allowing one person per household, so which really narrows me down. So now we have to go separate, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
and what are you guys obviously since you can't go shopping? What are you two doing to help spark or support your relationship at this time? Because I know that there's a few people watching that obviously it is a struggle being in a relationship at home confined to the same environment. Because
So
we're
far,
all struggling at some time.
so far it's been really well. I can't complain. He does his thing. I do my thing.
Now, are you guys hitting your workouts together as well? Because I know he's done a few of our leg workouts.
He
Some.
has. He's actually doing more leg workouts. He's really working on his booty, which is good for him.
You're it's absolutely incredible to watch you soar the past few years and just how positive you are. Any last advice or tips for anybody that's struggling through this with their health and fitness, or anything that they can do to make sure that they're taking that balanced or approach, or just try to keep with some routine at all?
Um, Always listen to yourself, listen to your gut. If you're injured, don't push past it. Take it from
Mhm.
me. Um, Keep doing your meditation. It really does help. Like when you originally start meditation, it's going to take you a bit to understand and actually shut off your brain. But if you keep going and keep going at it, you'll get through it.
Now, do you use any apps or anything that you do to help guide your meditation?
Well, I go on YouTube and just like type in meditation, whether I want just music in it or affirmations, or if I really want to dig in some trauma, like I just affirmations with trauma.
Perfect. So just a YouTube, or do you have any specific ones that you like that we can probably put at the bottom of the video for anybody? You can always send it to me after.
Yeah, I can send you a couple links after.
Perfect. No, that'd be great. No, I appreciate it, and I know that you got a busy day of getting some workouts in, and
I
as
do.
we prep for the next show, whenever that's going to be. But you've had your head on straight, which is exciting. So any competitors that are watching, Allison, like taking this time as a priority for you, and you'll be one of the top contenders just the way that you're acting. So I'm proud of you, and look forward to watching you and keep posting the stuff on Instagram because it's absolutely inspiring. And I'll make sure to put your handle on here as well so people can reach out with any questions that you have. But thank you so much, and we'll be watching for you.
Oh, thanks.
Awesome. I'm going to stop this, even though it's still recording, and then we'll still chat.